climate. What is climate? It doesn't exist. Six major control of climate: latitude, altitude, pressure and wind system, distance from sea, ocean current, and relief feature. Can you please explain me what is the meaning of these words?
Yes, obviously, I definitely tell you the word climate is a period or is a situation that happen in the environment. So climate is a longevity or a longer period of time that affect to the atmosphere. And the six major control of climate, while we are discussing the climate control, we first put in our mind the elements which are affected directly or indirectly to the climate. So first is latitude, and the most significant part of the earth, while earth rotates in its own axis and earth rotates around the axis of the sun, then there you find the placement and the displacement and placement, both the areas earth taken away, and the seasonal variation gradually takes place, and the altitude from the sea level to the land areas to the top part of the mountain region, that is the altitude. That altitude decide the depth and the width of the earth, its surfaces, its polar region, and there is a pressure and wind system. You simply ask me, definitely pressure exists in earth, and there is a system that continuously carry forward while wind system continue, then definitely the pressure exists. The pressure may be the directional pressure from eastward, westward, northward, southward. In every direction you find pressure, and from the pressure there will be the generate of winds. And the distance from sea, the water level or the water bodies distance from the sea areas, from the sea. And there is one thing, there is the ocean current. You most of the time you find in ocean there is the current, that is the only because of the gravitational force of the mass and earth and moon, they play the significant part of our ocean by generating the current, and that's why the wave and tide form in the oceans. And there is another what is the relief features, the end, that should be the reliable part while earth takes its breath by releasing some oxygen, by releasing some hydrogen element, just like in the water form, just like release the oxygen, just like the wind form or a slow breezy winds form. So these all about in your doubt.
Okay. Then what is element of climate and weather? These are temperature, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, and precipitation.
Yes, absolutely. That is the element of climate and weather. There is the two word. One is climate, another is weather.
What is the difference between climate and weather?
Definitely, you find a difference. Climate is a longer period of time. It is a longer period of time. It is a shorter period of time. So it is the both have the similar impact, similar effect to the atmosphere, and there is a part of temperature. Temperature varies from time to time, from place to place, from region to region. And atmospheric pressure, due to the atmospheric pressure we feel warm, we feel humidity, we feel what extremely frigid, extremely hot. In Sahara desert you feel extremely hot during the day, but during the night time you feel extremely cold. So it is only because of the atmospheric pressure. And the wind play the most significant role by taking the earth into a balanced situation. And humidity and precipitations, you have ever find during the summer season, you find the water vapor condensation. During the process of condensation water vapor gradually improve, and that's why. And there is a word of precipitations, the water that will have to changes into a vapor form, or you can use the word that is the form of gaseous form. There is the three stages of gaseous: solid, liquid and gas, and all the forms are the impact of the climate and the weather, because unless until we never feel the summer, rainy and winter, these are the three seasons, that is the three forms of the basic nature of the water: solid, liquid and gas. And in winter you find solid form, that is frigid, that is the snowfall. And in liquid you definitely find in rainy season.
Rainy season.
And in gaseous form in summer
Summer.
season you find the gaseous forms of the atmosphere. So any doubt regarding these first two lines, elements and the control of climates?
No, I'm clear about these two, but I have doubt in this. What is polar climate, temperature and
Continental climate.
continental climate and dry climate, and what is tropical climate and dry climate and then again that again.
So there is a similar repeat basic that we find the polar climate. Polar climate are in the 66 half degree north latitude, and it tilted towards a polar belt that is called the tundra zone, Toda and tundra zone, and which is the upper layer of the earth is the coldest part, because the dry climate from the 0 to 66 half degree and from the 0 to 66 half degree both have maintained the equidistance. So that's why the sunlight never fallen on these surfaces. So that's why remaining all the year, these two regions, polar from the north region and south region,
regions.
always remain in a frigid, because there will be no sunlight. Some sunlight fallen, partially fallen, and that will.
But the
so
direct
that-
sunlight doesn't fall.
Absolutely. And one thing is that you will ask me the temperature and continental climate.
Yes.
The most of the part of the situational variations of the seasons, that due to the temperature and country in the temperate belt you find the sunlight fallen more than the frigid zone. So that's why this zone is known as temperate zone. And in this temperate zone you find the continental climate, the variations of the continental climate, seasonal variations of the continent. So that's thing. And there is another word is the dry climate. Dry climate that exists in the torrid zone, which is you can use the word that is the maximum number of sunbeam fallen on this region. You
The
find
hottest
the
region.
you find the what South Africa is the most and African continent having faced the most significant belt of dry climate. And the tropical climate, again we find the tropical climate which is the equator, in the basis of equator. And there is a dry climate. Again the dry climate means from the polar, from the equator we have, from the southward we have, from the northward, the equidistance we have to maintain. That the three stages. From the lower order we find the frigid, from the higher order also we find the frigid. But the sunbeam fallen on in such a way that here is the sunbeam. If you see, it is a sunbeam that completely fallen on this area, this belt and this belt. And you will ask me, sir, these two belts are remain frigid because the maximum temperature fallen on this belt. So during this belt, this side will take in the same number of, and that side will take in the same
Number of temperature.
but this side remain unchanged, but remain the what partial flow of the sunlight. So that's why this region having so much interpretations. Okay.